It's another weekend and it's the very first one in February. Welcome to Capital Markets. I'm Tempula Shaju. Now, the end of January 2018, a very bullish month for the equity and bonds markets, offers us an opportunity to review the performance seen in that period when stocks recorded a strong start to the year, leaning on positive macroeconomic conditions and encouraging market fundamentals. Now, the markets were, this of course was the case for the Nigerian fixed income market, where investors continued to take cues from improving inflationary conditions. And on the program this evening, we'll tap into the analysis of one of the leading investment houses in Nigeria to refresh our memories on the status of the market. But first, let's have some market-related news. Now, the United States is committed to expanding cooperation with Nigeria's public and private sectors in the areas of opportunity for economic development. And this was the message of the Consul General, Mr. John Bray, on Monday at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, where he performs the closing gong rites. Also commenting on the performance of the NSE in 2017, Mr. Bray assured traders that the United States will join forces with Nigeria to ensure the development of strong business networks between both countries.
The growth of this exchange means more private capital is available in the Nigerian market for business expansion and new startups. And this translates into greater prosperity for Nigerians and growth and employment opportunities across the board. I'm here to express the U.S. government's deep commitment to both Nigeria's private sector and economic growth. The U.S. government maintains a limited number of binational commission relationships with sovereign nations. These relationships, or these binational commissions, demonstrate the highest degree of friendship, trust, and cooperation. Nigeria is one of those nations. The United States, both the government and the private sector, is committed to supporting Nigeria as it continues to find new avenues of economic growth and development. The more the Nigerian economy grows, the better it is for Nigeria and the better it is for the United States.
Mr. John Bray, the Consular General of the United States of America to Nigeria. EcoBank Research this week launched a new single index to track banks and banking groups in Nigeria, Kenya, and Ghana. The new index, called IMABI 15, tracks the performance of 15 banks ranked by market capitalization, lending, and their deposit franchise. The EcoBank Banking Index, which has Access Bank, EcoBank, Transnational Incorporated, GT Bank, FBN Holdings, UBA, and Zenith Bank in the basket, will track returns in the United States of American dollar terms and use as the basis for the strategy updates of the index. The new EcoBank Middle Africa Banking 15 Index has a base year of January 2016 and a base value of 100 points. And over to some company news now. 3 listed companies this week released positive corporate earnings for 2017. Guinness Nigeria posted an increased revenue of 70.56 billion naira as of December the 31st, 2017, from 59.49 billion naira reported a year ago. The brewer's half-year pre-tax profit stands at 3.54 billion naira against the loss of 4.66 billion naira recorded in 2016. Similarly, Honeywell Flour Mills posted 3.48 billion naira in 9-month profit before tax, up from 1.66 billion naira within the same period under review. Its contemporary in the consumer goods sector, Flour Mills of Nigeria, also posted an impressive 9-month group pre-tax profit of 19.50 billion naira and group revenue of 427.50 billion naira as at December 2017. We will have more corporate earnings and subsequent business news programs as they unfold in the coming week. But now let's do justice to some of the numbers we had from the markets this week. Fixed income is number 1. And fixed income markets, the bond market was broadly mixed this past week with minimum yield movements noted across benchmark bonds. There was modest demand at the short end of the curve, long-dated bonds came under slight sell pressure under the course of the week, during the course of the week, with yield on the 16.2499% coupon rate for April 2037 bond advancing by some 10 basis points, basically. And with the numbers you've got on the screen, we had 83 total deals for the deals and the value of all that was transacted in the market on Friday, with the total value put at 16.775 billion naira. In terms of treasury bills now, though the T-bills market opened the week with a slightly bearish bias, sentiment turned positive going into midweek ahead of the CBN's treasury bills primary market auction. The T-bills market ended the week on a positive note as yields moderated at 41 basis points on average. That's week on week. For the treasury bills, some of the major securities that traded yesterday, Friday, include the February 2018, October 2018, and September 2018 securities, giving us a total of 464 deals in 152.407 billion naira. Now let's take a look at the unlisted securities market, which is the NASD OTC, where the USI saw some traction yesterday for this week, basically growing 3.4%, and the USI closing at 630.17 as against 609.44 in the previous session. Total market value now is 426.45 billion naira versus 412.43 that we saw previously. And right now we've got the total volume and total value as well as total deals for what has transpired so far in the year, showing right there on the screen. Let's move on to the equity market, where the equity market, after an even split between sector gainers and losers, the Nigerian equity market posted green close on Friday, taking the week's return to 198 basis points generally. Now, following that's of course followed the renewed buying interest in select tier 2 banking names such as Sterling Bank, which had 758 basis points, Wema Bank, Diamond Bank, and generally the banking sector, helping the market to record 211 basis points in terms of the week-to-date performance for that sector. They led the gainers table for the week, while the industrial goods sector had some 532 basis points week on week. That was, however, the largest weekly gainer, lifted by advances in Cement Company of Northern Nigeria with the acronym CCNN, and of course the Dangote Cement that had 690 basis points. On the other hand, the consumer goods sector had 90 basis points for Friday, but 333 basis points decline week to date for the week. And that was the biggest laggard for Friday and of course for the week, and it was dragged by losses in Nestle and flour mills. Lastly is the oil and gas sector, where the sentiment was also negative on that sector of the market. It also closed in red amidst entry opportunities made available in Forte Oil.